Hey everybody, welcome to a video by Matt6Wade1. This is Wade, and this is a video showing you guys how to change out your servo and your traxxas slash, traxxas mini E-Revo, mini Summit, etc., all based on the same chassis. So I'm going to just show you guys how to do that in case you're just wondering. A lot of people know how, so I'm just going to make a tutorial vid. So first of all, you want to grab your servo. You have your servo set aside. Grab all your screws and guards that you need and whatnot. Keep them all in a separate pile. And then have your servo wide open, or your servo mounting place wide open here, as you can see there, and put the servo saver, or not servo saver, the servo horn that you need, or that you wish to use on there, and make sure it's all set up just like that. So then you're going to want to remove the screws off of your waterproof box here for the receiver. Just remove the screws and this should just slide right out like that. And then you should get access to your receiver like so. And then you're going to want to grab your servo, take it out of the box, feed the wires through the hole like this from the bottom. You're going to want to do this. And actually this servo here is a little bit bigger than the stock one, so I may have to Dremel it out. So I'm just going to Dremel that out quickly right now. Grab your safety glasses on here, got some. And this needs a little bit longer, so I got a sander here. There, and then that should just be a little bit, a perfect amount of clearance for your servo to pop in. Set your Dremel kit aside, take off your glasses. Alright, so give it a blow off. Now, you can feed your servo wire through, and then you're going to want your servo horn, or your servo top gear, to be facing to the rear, like this. See, this is the rear of the kit, and you want your gear to be facing down. So move this stuff out of the way, and basically just feed it through from pulling the wire. Oh, sorry guys, it's kind of difficult showing you guys on camera. Pull it through from the cord, and then just simply pop it in. And if it won't fit, don't keep reefing it in, because you don't want to bust the wire. So seeing it should just pop in like that, and then once you have your servo in place, you can basically just leave the wire hanging like that for now, see. And then what you're going to want to do is take your servo wire and feed it through, or put it under your motor, or however clean way you wish to do it. I'm just going to do it over the motor so it's quick for you guys. And pop it in channel, pop it through the receiver box hole here, as you can see here, a little opening right there. You want to pop your wire through there, just poke it through like so, and then once you have it through the receiver box, slide it through and put this in channel 1. Make sure it's going the right way, which positive and negative. Okay, so this goes right in like this. Make sure it's in channel 1, or else if you don't have it in channel 1, you have it in channel 2, then you're going to be controlling your throttle with your steering wheel on your remote. That won't be good. It'll be really confusing. So then just feed your wire through and tuck it all away like so, like this. Put all your wires in there, don't make them get pinched. And once you have that, then just basically pop that on like that. Everything's nice and clean now, just a little servo wire there. Now take your screws that you use to put the receiver box back on. I don't run my kits through water, so I don't put the water seal on or anything like that, so I don't worry about that. So screw in your screws to hold your radio box in. Not too tight to strip plastic. And then I don't have another screw for that yet, so, and then put another screw here. As you can see here, screw should go here and here, but I don't have another screw for that. I'll find one. But then you have your servo sitting here. Now you're gonna want to keep your radio beside you, and keep it ready to go for a full battery pack. And you're going to plug it in, turn on your radio, make sure your servo works, make sure it works properly. Now, I have a few buddies that always have their servos unlined up. So you see how there's teeth here? There's teeth on this servo saver, or not servo saver, there's teeth on that servo gear, and there's teeth on the servo horn. You have to line those teeth up. So what I would do while the servo's free is go with your steering trim and put it to neutral. Right here, right to the 0. So your steering trim's actually accurate. So when you're going straight, your steering trim says you're going straight. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is grab your servo horn, like so, and your servo's still in neutral point, and make your wheels go straight. And pop it in as close as possible. See? Now you're going straight, and then pull your servo back, see if everything works properly. Yeah, it seems to work properly. Now, you can turn off now that you have that set, you can turn off your car first, turn off your radio, and then put a mounting screw in here. Just grab a screwdriver here for you guys. So grab your star screwdriver, depends what kind of star here. And now pop it in right in here like this. Sorry guys, this is kind of hard to demonstrate on a camera while holding it with the non-magnetic screwdriver. Okay, now once you have that screw started to go into the servo horn to the top idler gear, not idler gear, the top gear, just start basically screwing it in like that. And make sure your car's turned off for this, or else you're going to strip out your servo, because you're putting all that pressure on the gears and whatnot when you're doing this, because it's going to move the servo horn. So once you have that, then you can take your case here, your protector, pop it on like that, make sure it's nice and comfortable. Go to your other side here where your servo is, and then there should be 2 holes right here. There's a hole there for a screw and a hole behind here for a screw. So take your 2mm wrench and pop your 1 screw in like this. It should screw into that back skid plate that's protecting the servo. Not too tight to strip the threads. And grab your other screw. Pop it in like so. And just keep going until it's nice and tight and firm. Make sure your servo is nice and tight. Okay, now you're going to test it. So move your tools, turn on your radio first. Always remember to turn on your radio first. And see, it may be a little bit off, as you can see here. The steering is off a little bit to the right. So now you're going to want to turn your steering trim to the left to straighten that out. Everything seems to be working good. And yeah, there you go. That's how you put a new servo in your traxxas 1/16 scale vehicle. Everything seems to be working fine on this. No strip tooth. Servo sounds good. And yeah, it sounds good. And yeah, that's basically how you put that in. So remember, the main thing is, if you don't have it centered when you have the car turned on, you're going to have problems. It's going to be way to the left, and you're going to have your steering trim all the way the opposite way to the left, and it's still not going to be going straight. You're going to be wondering why. That's your problem. So yeah, there you go. Just feel free to check out the other videos and take it easy.